Thanks for checking out my sketchbook tour. Not really sure what I'm going to narrate to this book that you can't just see for yourself. Um, that was Bubba Fett and some squash on the right. So a lot of drawings in line, pen and ink, Pentel pocket brush pen, and probably like a light wash of watercolor for most of these. Some will be full-blown gouache studies or maybe even acrylic studies. But for the most part, just line drawing with a little bit of color. Wanted to show this particular sketchbook. It has the most current drawings. It's a take to work sketchbook. Um, I'm no longer at a art job. I completely switched gears in my job. Um, I was a I was teaching at a university, an art school. Now I caregive. I take care of an autistic man, and throughout the day, there's some breaks where I'm not really needed at the moment, so I'll have a few minutes, anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes of downtime where if I get if I complete the duties and I have extra time, then I can put in 20 to 40 minutes of drawing, and that could be multiple times throughout the day. So um, I'm actually doing more sketchbook drawing with this job than I ever did with lecturing about other other artists or other people's artwork. Aside from like any demoing I had to do. Yeah, also just to kind of encourage drawing and creating in a sketchbook. I always feel completed after I do a couple of sketches. Uh, they don't always turn out great, and that's not the idea. The idea is to practice making ideas, but through your medium. So a lot of these drawings are very loose, and some are very tight. And the idea is just to take a creative idea and just go as far as you want it to go. Uh, Sometimes it's just to a line drawing, and then sometimes it's to like a little wash of color, and then sometimes they're just random thoughts. I always get questions like, do you allow people to look at your sketchbook, or how do you treat your sketchbook? And I always thought that was an interesting question. Um, I never thought of it as being something so precious, where no, you can't take a look at my thoughts, right? Because um, I just feel that they're meant to be shared. Like if I were to look at someone else's sketchbook, I learned so much from their triumphs and learned so much from their failures. And I take that and I try to implement that in my own journey, my own creative journey. And I'll try to replicate it in my sketchbook. Um, Not to say that I'm taking and trying to copy a certain style or anything. No, it's mainly for working out a thought. And as you can see in my sketchbook, it's a lot of crazy, weird creature thoughts. um, I've always really appreciated good creature features and um, like Jason and Argonauts and Sinbad and all the clay animations, a lot of creatures that feel like you could put a person in the suit, sort of thing. And so I just randomly will do a couple of drawings here and there, and I feel fulfilled, like a little workout, right? Like Mr. Incredible, just to stay loose, always coming up with a new marker or pen lying around. I try not to just stick with one little thing. Sometimes it's fun to switch it up. This one has a lot of Pentel brush pen work in it. Um, I feel like I have leaps and bounds to do to get better at it, but I also feel the most accomplished when I draw from a brush pen. It's just the first couple of drawings are really a challenge, but then when you get in that flow, you kind of lose yourself and you're just on this ride or drive. You don't know where it's going to take you, and sometimes you can manipulate the journey, and sometimes you get lost. A lot of these are lost thoughts, lost creative journeys, um, and just also playing around too. Like a lot of these are just trying to figure out shapes, and then a lot of them are just trying to practice certain weight in line or even repetitive shapes or practicing consistent lines or consistent thoughts. So it's just really playing around. Some of the pens are water soluble, so I recommend that too. You can get really boggled down and control with the line. And then there's some brushes that allow you to be really fluid, like water, and dilute some of the lines. So you get a really nice uh, blending of hard to soft lines. And it's very mystical at times. It feels like magical. So I really suggest everybody, even if you're not an artist, go get a sketchbook, play around with it.